What's up guys, it's me Jeremy. As I prepare to start playing new roles in Season 5, one of the hardest things about learning to play these new positions is actually finding a champion that makes it easy to do that. Many champions are quite difficult to learn, and so significantly heighten the learning curve that you go through while you're trying to learn your new role. So, here are the list of champions that I found to be the best to use when learning new roles. Let's get started. Now, when I say best, that's a very general term. These champions were chosen based on a combination of how easy they are to play, how forgiving they are if you make mistakes, how good they are in general, and a few other minor things, as well as how good their overall skill sets transfers into other champions too. If you play champions that are dynamic in roles, such as if you play Jace top, when you try to learn mid, it's going to be much better to play with the champion you already know, if it's viable to play with that champion that's already in your pool, so in this case you would play Jace mid. That way, you have to learn less mechanics overall. But that isn't always possible, especially when going between some roles such as transitioning from support to jungle. Anyways, starting with the top lane, we have Maokai. Maokai is quite easy to play due to his targeted CC, making it fairly easy to land all of his skills just by going in with the touch of a button. He's tanky, but still has pretty solid sustain, so his overall laning phase is quite safe, and if you have bad trades, it's not that big of a deal since you can just sustain up. In addition, you're going to do a decent amount of damage and have kill pressure, while also making ganks in your lane incredibly easy, which is a huge part of top lane. Maokai is great at initiating and tanking, while not being too difficult to play in teamfights either. Just crowd control a priority target and let your damage dealers do the rest while you tank damage and peel for them. This supportive playstyle in teamfights is much easier than an assassin-based style of teamfighting that other top laners might have. Overall, the fact that he's really good champion, that is also mechanically easy to play, and has a kit that's very forgiving of mistakes, makes him a great champion to learn top lane on. And next for mid lane we have Ahri. Ahri is a great champion for mid lane due to how forgiving her kit is. Her ultimate allows you to get away with a ton of positional mistakes that you wouldn't be able to do on other mid laners, and so she can be quite easy in that sense. She has good sustained, ranged poke, and wave clear, all of which make the laning phase fairly easy. In addition, she's an amazing champion to roam with, which is a very important skill to learn as a mid laner. Her hard crowd control and somewhat low cooldown abilities allows you to perform exceptionally well in skirmishes and teamfights too, even if you tend to miss a skill shot here or there. And although she does have skill shots in her kit, pretty much all mid laners do, so that's not really avoidable, and Ahri's skill shots aren't that difficult, so it's reasonably easy to get good with her. For AD carry, we have Caitlyn. Caitlyn is an extremely safe AD carry pick due to her exceptionally high ranges and reliable escape. Her kit makes positioning much easier since the range on all of your abilities is so high, so you don't have to get in range to get off your damage most of the time. In addition, her laning is quite solid and she's a strong lane bully with lots of poke. Her high range makes it easy to follow up on anything your support does, while you can also disengage and avoid fights with your escape. Caitlyn, compared to other AD carries, is fairly mechanically easy. You won't have to be tumbling all over the place to avoid things, just auto-attacking and positioning is all you really need on Caitlyn, and it's the main things, the very core basics that you're going to need to learn as an AD carry. She's a strong pick, that's the easiest AD carry to play mechanically, and so is a great choice for anyone trying to learn the role. For support, we have Sona. Sona's mechanics themselves are quite easy in lane, as all of her abilities are quite obvious when to use. The only mechanic you really have to micro is which power core to use, but even that isn't too difficult, it just takes a little bit of paying attention to. Her laning is quite strong and her sustain is phenomenal, so if you take a bad trade or two, you can just heal up, meaning your kit's quite forgiving of mistakes in lane. In addition, her incredible ultimate is going to help you get used to using your main crowd control to initiate and peel, which is something you need to be able to do on pretty much all support champions. She is a little bit squishy, so you might have to get used to positioning properly, which is an underestimated but still very important part of playing support to learn. Overall, her easy lane and mechanically easy kit as a whole, as well as easy to land ultimate and the fact that she's just quite strong, especially in solo queue, makes her a great champion to learn support on. Last but not least, for jungle we have Warwick. Warwick is a very easy to play jungler. His sustain makes jungling early on quite easy, and while his ganks might not be that great before level 6, once you hit level 6, the ganks are as simple as walk up, click on the enemy champion, and press R. He's a very strong pick in the new jungle since he sustains so well, and he's incredibly easy to play due to his easy mechanics and targeted crowd control ultimate that's impossible to miss and doesn't really have any counterplay. He's a great initiator via his ultimate, which is a very important thing to know how to do when jungling, and with Warwick it's really easy to do with his kit. His mechanically easy to use kit and high sustain makes him a great champion for beginners jungling, even after the nerfs. Anyways, those were my personal top 5 picks to learn roles with. My name is Jeremy, and that's it for my video on the best champions to learn roles with. Be sure to check me out over at twitch.tv/Jeremy_GamingCurios, stay connected at facebook.com/GamingCurios, tweet me at GamingCurios, drop a like, share this video, and make sure to subscribe for some more awesome content in the future, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.